Karen, K-A-R-E-N, but with two E's, so it's Kareen. Yeah. I'm a mother of a pair of twins. They are 3.5 years now. So we just want to share, like, you know, how we got. We didn't have any history of twins in the family. So, and it wasn't even a planned pregnancy. So, you know, I just like went for a check and all that, and I went to the gynae, and gynae was like, hey, look, do you know what the blinking lights? Do you know what the blinking light means? I said, yeah, I know. Yeah, that's the heartbeat of the baby, right? So do you know what it means when it says 2 blinking lights? And I said, no. I said, no. I said, well, it means you have twins. And I went like, what? Are you kidding? And then he said, because he's Eurasian, so he's like, no, I kid you not. So, and my husband was like, apparently behind sniggling, because he knew what it means, but then I didn't know what. Yeah, so, well, it was twins, so it was unexpected pregnancy then, and then even more unexpected to have twins. Right, so it turns out that it's fraternal twins, a boy and a girl. So, so Kieran was born 1 kg, and then Asha was born 1.6 kg. So they were tiny. I had pregnancy complication during that time, and then I was sent to KK Hospital. I stayed there for a month, and the twins were delivered at 32 weeks. So they stayed there for about 1 month to 1.5 months before they were allowed to go home. So they were tiny babies, right? And then, so if you had been with me on the night before delivery at KK Hospital, you have seen the nurse walk in, and then she got me to stand on the scale. You know, she had to weigh me before I go through C-section the next day. So I was like, no, I don't want to stand on the scale, right? Because, like, you know, you go on the scale and you like can't even see your own toes, right? So anyway, she was like 85 kg. Like, she's like not very happy, right, with her results. And I was like, oh my god, 85. Because pre-pregnancy I was like about 57 kg. So to go to 85, that's about 30 kg increase. So my first impression was, oh my god, how was I going to get back, right, to 57? And then to me, getting back to 57 was really important because I was a PE teacher and I was a climber. And then, you know, climbers climb and they do pull-ups and stuff like that. And being so heavy, of course I couldn't do any of these things, and all my muscle mass and all were gone by then. So, well, it was a big challenge to me. And then, well, so the following year or half a year after I delivered the twins, I went on to I started working out 4 months of that. When the doctor said, okay, you can go ahead and exercise, so I worked out and all that. I signed up for a package with a slimming center, you know, like get it off fast. And then I signed up a package with a gym as well. But, you know, I paid lots of money for these 2 programs, but the weight still didn't come off at all. So in the end, I decided that, okay, I just have to do it myself. I learned how to do it, I learned the science behind fat loss and all. And then I went on a 1-year program, put myself on a strict regime, well, a sensible regime that makes sense for mothers, for busy moms. And then, yep, after about 6 months, I was back leaner and stronger than pre-pregnancy. Yeah, and that got me motivated to reach out to more mommies and talk about fat loss, right? And how to do it properly without having to spend ridiculous money at slimming centers, without having to, you know, pay for ridiculous trainers and all that. So how to do it properly, because there's a systematic process. So I left my job in December 2012, and last year was the first year I set up Moms in Sync, because I wanted to build a platform where mothers can come together and support each other in terms of health and fitness. So, you know, after you go through a journey of 9 months, carrying the baby and all that, and then what happens postnatal, right? Taking care of ourselves while at the same time managing the little ones at home. Okay, so yeah, that's essentially it. And then I came down to, initially it was just mommy fat loss, right? It was coaching mommies and clients on how to get on a fat loss journey, how to, you know, slowly get weight off and all that, and getting back their fitness. And then as I went on and understood and learned more about the women's body, postpartum, and I found out new stuff that I was like, oh my god, like nobody ever told me about this before, right? So I found out about this thing called abdominal separation. Have you heard of that? Abdominal separation. You have
That is my previous
ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a condition called diastasis recti. Diastasis recti, where when we are pregnant and the belly goes out, naturally your abdominal walls have to separate, right, to give space for the tummy to grow. So that's abdominal separation. And after birth, sometimes it comes back naturally, sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm interested in doing is to right now what I'm actually doing now is to create a postnatal healing program where I bring postnatal moms through a proper structured way of healing the abdominals before they go hopping and jumping on, whatever, CrossFit, yoga, Pilates, and all that. Yep. So just a quick question. So, well, just a background, how I started Moms Insane and where I'm coming from. And then, just show of hands how many of you first baby, first child? Wow. Second onwards? Third child? Second. Third baby? Wow. Okay. And then, let's just take a look at the most recent pregnancy, just to give me an idea. How many of you put on weight 10 kg? An additional 10 kg? Okay, between 10 to 20? Above 20? Oh wow, oh yeah. Right. So of course, the bigger the baby, the heavier it is, the bigger the tummy is. So the bigger the tummy has to expand, then we have an idea of the amount of separation the muscle walls have to undergo. And then we check and do accordingly. Right. And right, so just to check also, now that baby is about, I think mostly here baby is about few weeks, 4 weeks minimum, at least 4 weeks old. Right. So do you feel like the core area is still not intact and not strong? Right. How would you describe?
Just really soft, and I can feel the gap. Yeah, whereas even like with my first one, I put on over 20 kilos, but I felt stronger afterwards for some reason. I don't know why. Like I did the wrapping, so I don't know if that helped. But with this one, I just feel it's just really just where you can even like sitting up is kind of struggle.
Okay. And what about do you have any reflection or thoughts on like how do you feel around the midsection area?
Right after the delivery, like I could really feel that you can't really get up.
Can't really get up as well.
Yeah,
yes.
as much. And now like even though it's flattened like a lot, but I can still see like it's two flaps. I'm like okay. So like because they say there's a way to test it, right? So
Yes.
I can really feel like there's a gap there. So I'm like okay.
Yeah, especially when you put on so much as well,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Because baby was big, right?
Yeah, I came out was 3.7.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay.
About weight.
Right. And what about Heather?
Well, I had a C-section with him, and I had a hernia repair after my second baby, so it's all a bit of a mess.
Really? All right.
So I'd love to know what I could do.
Yes. Right, sure. And
MJ.
yes,
Yeah.
MJ. Right.
I don't know what I expected, but it's very soft. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, but it's just first baby.
Yeah, first baby. So it's definitely, initially it was really tiresome to sit up, but now it's getting a lot better. But I still don't have the strength to do like a crunch.
Okay, right. Don't. Don't. Okay. Yeah.
Very soft.
You are. So we catch your name. I think
Nicola.
Nicola. Yeah.
Say squishy.
Also feels squishy. Alright. Second child.
Second.
Yeah.
This is my first job. I'm doing 10 months. Actually, I don't know what is separation. I only know of the term today, but I don't think I have it because muscle is very small
Mm.
throughout the whole pregnancy.
Yeah, yeah. How heavy was he born?
He was born at 2.3 kg.
Oh, okay. Right. Twins normally born about 2 kg. Normally. Right. Okay. So with abdominal separation, I just give you so that you have a complete idea about how our core works. Okay, so anyone has an idea when you see core strengthening, you have to have strong core and all that. Do you know where is your core? Any idea?
In the middle.
Any idea? No? Okay, so strong core, basically, just keep in mind it's everywhere. Alright? So this part here has to be stable. And then you can reach out, pick up the bottle, then you can put the baby in the pram. Because this is the one that's holding everything. So if this is not stable, right, any part is loose, then something has to compensate for you to do your job. Yeah? So, and then that's where injuries occur, or over time chronic pains occur. Okay, so the core consists of generally, I would say, from the front, your abdominal walls. Okay, I'll just give you a side view. It goes down to the pelvic floor, it comes back up to your back and spinal muscles, right, or your back muscles, and it comes up here again from your diaphragm and connects again. Right, so it's a continuous circle, the connective tissues and all run past and keep everything intact together. So when we have a delivery, right, be it a C-section or be it a natural birth, trauma occurs, right, there's a breakage. Alright, however you want to see whether there's a cut or incision or not, but there's a, well, episiotomy also considered, well, there's a cut, so there's a breakage. So any breakage on any part that comes in to any part of the core, right, will loosen. So every part of the core connects to each other and they communicate to each other through soft tissue muscles. So any cut will break the communication. Right? So after delivery or whatsoever, what we need to do is to get the communication back again to strengthen our core. Right? So actually the first very easy thing, okay, that I'm going to teach you today, I'm not going to be able to teach you everything today, but just under the postnatal healing framework, the very first important thing that you need to be aware of, right, so that you can practice actually every second of the day, okay, to get your core connected again is through breathing. Alright? Really simply through breathing. I'm not sure how comfortable you are in your position now, but if you can, alright, so you're standing up. If you can stand up, alright, you can stand, baby with you as well, doesn't matter. Alright, so if you can stand, if you can't, doesn't matter, you can sit and you can practice again later. If you can stand up, just keep yourself shoulder width apart, your legs, and then just stand upright, just naturally, just stand upright. Comfortable? Right? Okay, so everyone take a deep breath. Right, so when you take a deep breath, right, just be aware whether the breath comes and raise your chest, this way. Is it? Okay, stop that. We don't want this one to rise. Okay, this is like the fight or flight breathing. So it's shallow breathing. Okay, we want the breath to go in all the way here. Okay, so breathe in. When the air goes in, let it expand. That's deep breathing. Okay, get some good air in. Okay, then the important part is not the breathing in. The important part is the exhale. Alright, so next one, breathe in. And exhale. When you exhale, give a long, deep exhale. Alright, ready, breathe in. A long, deep exhale right to the end of the breath. Do you feel anything? Right, breathe in again. Exhale. All the way to the end. Do you feel anything at the bottom?
My pelvic wall seems like it's like loose. I don't know how else to describe it. When I breathe out for a long
When you
time.
breathe out, it feels loose,
Yeah.
or it comes back up.
Actually, it feels like it's dropping down.
dropping down.
Yeah, like where I was doing the Kegels.
No, don't do the Kegels.
No, but you know.
Yeah, don't do the Kegels. Right, don't do the Kegels. Just let the breath do whatever it needs to do naturally. Right, breathe in. Breathe out. You can purposefully breathe out as well. Throw the air out.
Yeah, it all comes together.
Yes. Right. So, right. Once you do that, you realize that the pelvic floor will rise, and that's tightening. So this is the pelvic floor, right? Especially after a natural delivery and all that, right? This is the pelvic floor. So when you exhale, because of the abdominal pressure inside, pelvic floor will, right? Let me try again.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you feel the pelvic floor tightening?
I feel something, yeah.
I don't know what.
Yes, but this is the most basic because when pelvic floor comes up to tighten, it affects here as well. This also sets, and then that sets as well. But you have to do this. You can't do this like. It's not gonna work, right? Because everything here is lax when you're in this kind of position, right? So when you're
So you can
stable,
only do it when you're standing up.
lying down as well. All right, I'll show you in a bit. Because I'll show you as well when you're lying down. So when baby's sleeping and all that, you need time. Okay, you can try. Oh yes, and when you have that, please don't lie down like that on the bed.
Sideways, right?
Please come down this way and turn and come up this way. Otherwise, you're gonna aggravate this to open it further. Yeah. All right. So same thing. You just lie naturally like this. All right. Just naturally. All right. I'm just gonna teach you some breathing work when you're at home. Okay. So this is the relaxed position. So when you breathe, hands. All right. One here and one here. Because then you know whether you're breathing here, coming into the abdominals, or you're doing chest breathing. Yeah, we don't want this. So breathe in and out. You can let the tummy drop. Okay? If you can just lie down. Then I can check for you. Hi. Can I go back to work already? Yeah. 1 week more. Okay. How about I'll just you can try.
Okay.
Then I'll
Since
just
I'm not a baby.
yeah, I'll just demonstrate because then it's easier to see than just do it on myself.
Okay.
Oh
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Try to
Look, protect yourself. Okay. So to know whether you're breathing right, okay, firstly, this is just awareness. Alright, so you breathe naturally. Just breathe naturally first. Alright. Still a bit of rise and fall on the chest. You can see that?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to breathe in a way that, okay, next one. Yeah. Feel the rib cage. Right. Feel the rib cage, the bones here. Feel the rib cage. Okay, so when you breathe in, imagine you're expanding the rib cage, so you fill the lungs with air. Yeah. Push. Breathe in. Push out here. Yeah, very good. Okay, so initially get used to this first. Okay, get the right breathing method of breathing in first to get enough air in. Okay, which is good because I know we are busy the most of the time, rushing here, getting milk fed, and then expressing or whatever it is. And then we are always most of the time doing shallow breathing. Okay, which you want to avoid. So give yourself some time during the certain part of the day to do this. Okay, and then the next thing is, all right, you wanna say the word set. Set, yeah. S-E-T. So when you say set, yeah, with force, set. Okay, the part at the end of the set, you can feel that? Yes, okay, come. Set. Yeah, okay, keep it there. Alright, okay. Keep the set there, and then when you breathe, right, keep the set there, and when you breathe, still get this instead. Okay? Right? And you can do the breathing work, like what I explained just now while lying down in this position as well.
Okay, you don't really feel the
Not as much as when you're
not as
standing.
much, yeah.
Yeah, it's not as much. Right, but initially, if you're tired, you want to lie down, this is actually, in this position is good as well. It relieves your back, lower back. So lots of carrying, lots of back, lower back ache, it relieves you. Alright, and if you can raise this on the chair, and you do breathing in this way, right, expanding your lungs and all that, it relieves your lower back pain as well. Yep. Okay? Can? So you can do this, start off with lying down, then standing up is better, but I know you can't stand. Yeah, depends on how much time you can stand still and doing the exercises. Okay?
Yeah.
So the inhaling and the important thing is the exhale. So you set, when you say the word set, you kind of like feels the, before someone's gonna punch your tummy, you gotta like raise a little bit, that kind of feeling. Keep it there. The breathing still happens here. Alright? And then you breathe, exhale out. At the end of the exhale, you will feel everything coming up and tightening here. Okay. So anyone? So now I'll teach you how you check on whether you have diastasis. Alright, you've seen some videos and all on TV, on YouTube, not on TV. Yes. Okay. To check for diastasis, I can actually come in and check for you. I can check for you if you have a work time later. But generally, if you're at home, you lie down in this position. Same position. Alright, put your hand